The Purge election year is written and directed once again by James DeMonaco and stars Frank Grillo, Elizabeth Mitchell, Mykelti Williamson, Joseph Julian Soria, and Betty Gabriel. And in the Purge election year, Leo Barnes, played by Frank Grillo, has become the head of security for Senator Charlie Roan, played by Elizabeth Mitchell. Roan is running for president on a platform that promises to finally do away with the annual Purge. So now, the new founding fathers lift protection over government officials on Purge night and go after her in hopes of stopping her from taking away the Purge forever. Now, fun fact about me, but the Purge movies are my favorite guilty pleasure movies ever. Like, I know they're not very well written, I know for the most part they're really not well acted, but the premise just intrigues me so much, and I have a lot of fun watching these movies. And the Purge election year really isn't that much different from its predecessor in the sense that it's still messily edited, it's still kind of clumsily directed. However, in this movie in particular, I think the world building is really intriguing. Now, it's kind of tough for me to review this because sometimes in this movie, it's precisely the ridiculous things that I like so much. So I'm really just gonna go back and forth from bad things to good things because you really just can't separate them sometimes. Like, for one, the editing in this movie really is for the most part kind of sloppy. The editing is by Todd E. Miller, and some scenes just feel completely out of place. Like, right off the bat, the very first scene of the movie has this certain tone, and then it just abruptly cuts to like 18 years later, and it's really strange. It doesn't feel like it belongs there. Other scenes feel like they're cut together like music videos, and overall this movie just has way too many fade outs. But to the credit of the editing, there is a more consistent pace in this movie compared to the last two. Everything really just seems more focused this time around, and the different points of view really coalesce into like one track. Unfortunately, I think James DeMonaco's direction is a little bit worse in this movie than the last one because there's just a bit too much shakiness here and there, and he still portrays the new founding fathers as complete caricatures, which would be okay if everyone else wasn't relatively normal. You know, if you're gonna go for full-on absurdity, just make everything absurd. Just make it consistent, but here it's really just the new founding fathers who are very over the top, and all the maniacs purging on Purge night, but what can you do about them? However, again, to be fair to James DeMonaco, his tone is a lot more consistent in this movie as well compared to the last two, whereas the first movie was really kind of like a horror movie, the second one was an action film, this one really goes full political thriller. I mean, there's not a lot of action in the movie, but there's a lot of intrigue. Now, visually speaking, again, there are aspects that are just completely unconvincing. It's because of the low budget, which really holds back some of the bigger stuff, like, you know, big venues really just can't help but feel empty. The city streets themselves are strangely lacking in chaos. None of the blood effects are ever really that convincing. You know it's just corn syrup or something. But on the positive end, the Purge masks are a lot crazier this time. They're more creative. There's just this DIY feel with all the production design that really makes it look cool. And in terms of music, while there are some songs here that do the whole stuck in the middle with you thing from Reservoir Dogs, you know, how you have like a happy song playing while something horrible is happening on screen, for the most part, the music is kind of just intrusive. You know, there aren't a lot of quiet moments in the Purge election year, and I think they could have used a lot more eerie silence. But on the positive end, there are some sound effects here, especially with the guns, that are really powerful. There's a scene where this woman shoots two people with a shotgun, and it blows you away. Now, in terms of acting, all of the minor supporting characters in this movie are really bad. If you watch the other reviews that are online, much has been said about the candy bar girl, and she's kind of cringy to watch. It's just, god. And like I said, the new founding fathers are, you know, just unnaturally mustache-twirling villains. But again, on the positive end, Frank Grillo is still great as he always is. He's not as good as he was in Anarchy because there's more action in that movie, but you can still feel the weight on his shoulders from his decisions from the second movie. Elizabeth Mitchell is mostly good. There are moments when she's just too stoic for my taste, but for the most part, she really sold me on being this character. And then Mykelti Williamson, Joseph Julian Soria, and Betty Gabriel play these three people who come from a convenience store and they help out Frank Grillo. And they're all pretty sympathetic. You know, they manage to make me care about their characters. They have some really horrible lines, but I cared about them. And overall, with the writing, there really is just a ton of embarrassing dialogue, but I really have to admit that I found the world building kind of spot on. You know, it didn't really introduce new elements like, let's say, in the Hunger Games, but it fleshed out the existing elements, so you really kind of understood better the power dynamics between people. You understood that all the factions involved in the Purge are kind of connected through systems and networks. It supports my idea that the Purge would be better as a video game or a TV show, because those two mediums I feel like can expound on the world better. And I really have to admit that the characters here were pretty much layered. Like the 5 main characters, the 5 main good guys, you could tell where they were coming from, you could tell what they wanted in life. But in the end, I will still say that The Purge Election here still isn't quite a good movie yet. It's still really mediocre, it's not living up to its potential, but you know, I still love it. I think Purge fans will still love it, and I really hope it still gets better. Alright, so those are my thoughts on The Purge Election year. Have you guys seen it? What do you think about it? Whether you agree with me or not, please leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation.